I'm Blossom. Today I'm going to read you a book about the adventures at Walnut Grove. It's a lesson about teasing, so there's a reason to read this story. Sammy was a unique squirrel. Sammy had something that no other animals in the forest had ever seen, and that made him special. Can you see what was different about Sammy? He was a squirrel, but he had eyes like a raccoon. He was different from all of the other squirrels, but that didn't bother him. Sammy had lots of friends, and they all loved him just the way he was. But it wasn't always that way. School was out. Every summer, Sammy and his family went to Paradise Pond to stay at the Walnut Grove Resort. What made this trip even more fun was that his friends, Rocky, a raccoon, and Pokey, a porcupine, would be there. They always had fun playing together. There were many games to play. One of their favorites was Walnut Ball. Playing Walnut Ball was always exciting. Every summer, new animals came to the Walnut Grove Resort, and Sammy and his friends were excited to meet them. It was time for the first game of the summer. The teams were picked, and Rocky was up to bat. The first walnut was thrown, and Rocky hit a home run. All of the animals cheered. Rocky was one of the best players on the team. Sammy was up to bat next. He wasn't as good a player as his friend Rocky, but he always tried his best, and that was all that mattered. Sammy was very nervous. "Keep your eye on the walnut, Sammy," yelled his mom. "Hit a home run, Sammy. You can do it," screamed his sister. Sammy was about to hit the walnut when he heard something that surprised him. "Sammy has raccoon eyes," yelled Bucky, a beaver from the outfield. Sammy missed the walnut. Sammy did have raccoon eyes, but his friends never teased him. Bucky was new to the team, and he wanted Sammy to miss the walnut. Sammy's feelings were hurt. He never called animals in the forest bad names. Sammy's mommy always told him to treat others as he would like to be treated, and Sammy did just that. He was always nice to other animals. Sammy didn't understand why Bucky was teasing him. He tried to ignore him, but Bucky kept right on calling him Raccoon Eyes. Sammy struck out. He couldn't get those words out of his head. That afternoon, after the game, all the animals went to Paradise Pond to go swimming. Even though Bucky was a beaver, he was not a very good swimmer. All the animals knew that it was important for a beaver to be a good swimmer, and so did Bucky. He practiced every day and was getting better, but his friends swam better than he did. Pokey decided that swimming races would be fun, and all the animals agreed, so they picked teams. The problem was that no one wanted Bucky on his team. He was picked last because he was a slow swimmer. "Sorry you were picked last, Bucky, but you are a slowpoke," said Pokey. That night, Bucky's dad, Woody, tucked him into bed. Woody knew that Bucky was sad because the other animals thought he was a slowpoke. "Bucky, one day you will be a good swimmer. You just have to keep trying," Woody said gently. "Earlier in the day at the Walnut game, I heard you call Sammy Raccoon Eyes. Calling Sammy Raccoon Eyes probably made him feel sad too. Teasing any animal is not nice. You have to treat others as you would like to be treated." Bucky bowed his head sadly and replied, "I think that Sammy learned that lesson a long time ago. I have never heard him call anyone bad names." The next morning, as Bucky was walking to the field, his mind drifted back to the swimming races at Paradise Pond. Bucky recalled how upset he had been that he was called a slowpoke. Until that day at the pond, he hadn't realized how wrong name-calling was. Bucky approached the field and saw everyone practicing for the game. He ran over to apologize to Sammy before the game started. Sammy, I'm sorry for calling you Raccoon Eyes. I was just trying to distract you so that you wouldn't be able to hit the walnut. I just wanted to win the game. I didn't realize that I was hurting your feelings. I accept your apology, Bucky. I hope that you won't call anyone bad names anymore, Sammy replied. Bucky added, I promise I won't do it again. Now I know how it feels to be teased. Pokey overheard them talking and knew that he needed to apologize too. Pokey approached Bucky and said, I'm sorry for calling you a slowpoke. It was not a very nice thing to say. I know that you try your best when you swim, and that's all that matters. Bucky gave Pokey's word a lot of thought and then replied, I think we can all agree that we will not be teasing anyone anymore. That day they all had fun playing walnut ball. No one teased anyone, and no one worried about winning or losing. They were just good friends having a good time playing a game they loved. The end.